let's jump in to the 10 skills that you should absolutely flex in order to be the best virtual assistant you can be. Look at these skinny little arms. The first skill you absolutely need is digital communication proficiency. Everything we do is virtual. We are remote. We never, if ever, meet our clients online. They might be located halfway around the globe. So while in other videos I say effective communication is key, I'm taking it a step further this year. Effective communication is key across all sorts of digital communication channels. You need to learn how to clearly and concisely write emails, use bullet points, use color coding, use TLDR, too long didn't read. You need to be able to convey a lot of information to your clients in a concise and clear manner. But you also need to be able to communicate clearly on messaging apps, on Slack, on text, on phone calls, and on video chats. So I encourage you this year, if you're getting your business off the ground, to get comfortable being on camera with clients, to get comfortable talking on the phone with them. And I promise you, as scary as it sounds when you first get started, or as scary as it feels, these things get easier. And if anything, just think of these conversations you're having with your clients as conversations with friends. I think it'll help you relax a little bit, get into your own authentic self, and deliver your best work if you can learn how to relax into your body and communicate clearly and confidently on calls and video chats. Number 2, time management. This is a big one, and it remains a big one because as a VA, you are going to inevitably handle multiple tasks and multiple clients at the same time. Mastering your time management and organization is pretty vital in order to keep everything on track. Now, I have a few suggestions for you guys. 1, use your calendars. Time blocking is a wonderful tool, which I will link to. I have a whole video about what time blocking is, but essentially, if you have a task or a certain client that you know you need to work on their deliverables, put time into your calendar. Block off an hour or 2, add a little buffer time, but actually put the task in your calendar and then stick to your own schedule. The second thing I have for you, and hold on here, welcome to my Clever Fox planner. I use a planner. Every year I pick a different planner. I have used the Panda planner in the past, which worked okay. This year, we're all about the Clever Fox planner, and let me tell you why. We have dated entries over here. Oh, I'm doing this backwards. So you can type in the things you need to do, and what makes it even more powerful is you write down your to-dos, and then over here it says priorities. Now this is essential because if you've got 5 clients and they assign you 5 different tasks, you're going to have to decide who gets the priority. So putting priority tasks over here is very helpful. I've talked long enough about the Fox Planner. Let's move on. Technical savviness. So I've mentioned already, we're digital, we're remote. It is pretty imperative that you stay up to date with the latest digital trends and software, tools, apps, etc. that we are using in the virtual assistance community. Now, a couple of different ways you can do this. You can simply Google, what are virtual assistants using? Best tools for virtual assistants. You can come here and look through my YouTube channel. I have a plethora of videos. I think I have an entire playlist on best tools for your business. But it is important for us to stay up to date from the best project management tools. How are other VAs tracking their projects? Is it Asana? Is it Trello? Is it a pen and paper? Is it a Clever Fox planner like I'm using? You might find through your research that staying up to date with the latest tools and trends can really help propel your business because we can't possibly know everything about our business all at once. It helps though, if even just once a week, every Friday afternoon while you have a lull in your client work, maybe over a refreshing glass of ice water, you Google things like, what tools are virtual assistants using to book travel these days? You might be surprised what tools pop up, whether it's AI or a tool that's been around and tested for a while. But you do need to stay up on these things because you might discover something that helps your business or works better with your clientele than the tools that you're currently using. Number 4, social media management. Now this skill is on my list for 2 reasons. Number 1, if you become insanely platform savvy, you could actually offer social media management as a service for your virtual assistant business. And this remains one of the more popular services that VAs offer nowadays. But if you're not super into offering this service for clients, no problem. I myself no longer offer this service for clients, even though I used to. But I like to stay up to date with social media platforms, and I like to stay up to date with the latest features that these platforms are pushing out, because you never know what's going to help your business. And case in point, LinkedIn recently rolled out a feature called newsletters. This is a new feature that they're really jazzed about. And because LinkedIn wants this to succeed, they are heavily favoring people who are engaging in the newsletters. Case in point, I launched a newsletter recently and almost 3,000 people signed up immediately. That kind of growth is way faster than on any other platform I'm on currently. And so I'm focusing on the latest feature and on that platform. So when I say social media management, it doesn't need to just be for clients. It can also be understanding how your business fits into these various platforms. And I will say this, before you just decide to jump in and open an account on TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook, pick 1 to 2 platforms to focus your business on. And of those 2 platforms, they need to be where you think your ideal clients spend most of their time on. For example, I work a lot with businesses and other virtual assistants. Those people are mostly on LinkedIn. So I spend most of my time on LinkedIn. You need to be on the platform where your clients live and breathe. If I wanted to spend most of my time on TikTok, for example, none of my clients are on TikTok. They're venture capitalists. They literally don't even know what TikTok is. So if I were releasing all these videos about how I was a great assistant on social media, on TikTok, I'm just shouting into a void because my ideal clients aren't going to see my videos. Number 5, basic graphic design. And I really mean basic. I'm not asking you to become the world-renowned designer, but fundamentals of graphic design, especially on something like Canva. Maybe it's brand colors, maybe it's understanding or choosing a couple pre-made templates that look really nice and just reusing those. Understanding basic graphics can not only help you create some basics for your clients, but it can also help you market and advertise your own service in an aesthetically pleasing way. Number 6, bookkeeping and admin skills. And I'm talking about admin skills for you. I know we're admin, but we need to be our own admin as well. Having these basic skills, like the basic understanding of bookkeeping, how are you tracking your income and how are you tracking your expenses, as well as maybe some data entry. What clients have you pitched recently? How did it go? Did you close any deals? Managing schedules? All these things are crucial to creative problem solving. Now, this can be a hard skill to learn, and this can be an even harder skill to teach. But a lot of clients will come to you with questions about their business. When clients ask you a question, it is pretty imperative that you feel comfortable doing some sort of research online. Come up with a plan where you can think creatively, maybe even outside of the box. Think creatively in terms of your clients' problems. What are they really asking for? What are their needs? And how can you help find a product or a service that can help satisfy those needs? Number 9, client relationship management. This is just a fancy term for building and maintaining strong relationships. So if you've watched my videos before, you know that I shout from the rooftop that clients hire people that they like. So it is imperative that you, as a VA, are your most authentic self. I want you to let your freak flag fly. And I say that in the nicest way possible. Authenticity and your personality can help you maintain good client relationships. Because if you're building a rapport and you're presenting your most authentic and best self, your clients will respond to that. And if you like your clients and your clients like you guys are more likely to work together for the long run. In fact, I've had some clients who have been with me for 7 out of 10 years. And I am so thrilled that we've been able to build a strong relationship. But it was done through video chats, through authenticity, through sometimes just random chats where I was like, hey, check out my new water bottle. It can be as simple as that. But that's how you build friendships with your clients. And number 10, last but not least, adaptability and continuous learning. And I saved this one for last because it is one of the most important things. Now, I've mentioned I've done this for 10 years. I have adapted and pivoted and changed my services, my clients that I assist, my headline, my tagline, whatever you want to call it. I have pivoted my business in small ways so many times I have lost count. But it is that kind of adaptability that really makes or breaks your business. And I'll tell you a story about why. 10 years ago, transcription services were all the rage. In 2012, every client I came into contact with wanted transcription services. So they would give me audio files or video files and ask me to transcribe them so that they could read a script of whatever YouTube video they were watching. That was a big deal back then. But fast forward 10 years from now, there are services out there like Otter, even Google Meet, even Zoom, I think, are now transcribing live speech. So with technology, with AI, that has changed. Now clients can just upload videos to something like Otter, and this service will transcribe it in minutes. I could never compete with that kind of speed. And also, I'm a lot more expensive on my hourly rate than something like an Otter. So clients eventually stopped asking for transcription services. As such, I really had to pivot. I had to keep my skills relevant and updated and make sure that I had my eye on the pulse of services that were popular, that were in demand, and that clients were willing to pay for. So it's just this kind of adaptability that I want you to be comfortable with, because your business may change. Your business that you're launching in 2024 might not look like the same business in 2036, and that's okay. It shouldn't, because you will change as technology changes and as your skills and interests change too. As a beginner VA, if you focus on these skills that we have covered in this video, you are well on your way to a thriving career as a virtual assistant. Head to erinbooth.com. There on my website, you will see my virtual assistant business blueprint. It is the 12-week tried and true step-by-step program to help you launch, grow, and thrive. I hope you'll visit me in the blueprint. I'm always there every day chatting with students, and I'm super excited to see you there as well. Thank you, as always, for watching this week's video, and I'll catch you guys next week.